Hello and welcome to this live chat session. Kingdom Voice has joined, first of all. Then DR Relaxation Heaven, Sabakasa, Sadiq Adam, My Life, Sammy S, Johnny Milu, Tazabi, Long Live Ethiopia, Birhin Hele, Abdi Muhammad, Tixty A, John Milo, Dan, uh, Delina, Johnny Star, Sonic Blast, Dr. Nafsi, Beniam Sage, Hanad Muhammad, Umar Hassan, Hale, Ashinafi Abraham, Hedaros Mark T, Biniam Birhale, Goitam Abe, Azib Tadale, Turbo 911, Johnny Milo. Thank you for joining. Thank you and a warm welcome to you. Ming Hon has also joined. He always asks questions about other conflicts like Afghanistan, Libya, Azerbaijan, Armenia. Abha, Haile Selassie, Gabriel Mariam, Yeni, Vata, and several other viewers have joined. Thank you for joining, viewers. Today's topic is very important. Abid Odo has joined as well. Is Ethiopian National Defense Force really collapsing as is being claimed by TDF and TPLF spokespersons? They are claiming that ENDF is collapsing. Jim Toronto, Yunus Negash, Don Abit Odo, A Day in the Life of Immigrant, Haley. Haley says, no, I don't think so. Muammar Kerabult, KNPS. Hi, Sajida. Ming Hon, as usual, I said he loves asking questions about other conflicts. He's saying, you realized a video this week about the ICJ ruling. Can Somalia enforce? He's asking about Somali conflict, Somalia, Kenya conflict. The topic of today's live chat is whether ENDF is collapsing or not. He's asking about can Somalia get it implemented? The decision of ICJ, how can Somalia get it implemented, viewers? Somalia is not in a position to implement this decision. Somalia has no military which can match Kenyan military. Somalia will have to rely on Turkey, on Arab countries, on the US for the implementation of this decision. I don't see this implementation in coming days. My Life is asking important question. Question is not a question, a comment that why is that Eritrean forces are not making a move towards Tigray? Why are they just waiting? Yes, important question, important observation as well. Question two, why is that? Well, I personally believe that Eritreans will intervene at the last moment. They intervened in Gondar, we saw, on Gondar front. Sami is telling about Shifra, it has fallen. Yes, I saw pictures from Shifra, we'll talk about that. Now, we're talking about, I forgot what we were talking about. Eritrean forces, yes. I believe that Eritrean forces will intervene at the last moment when they see that Abiy is going to lose. And it is going to be a big time loss. They intervened on Gondar front. You saw that. TDF's planning to capture Gondar was a game changer. Had TDF captured Gondar city and cut off Gondar and Western Tigray, the war would have been over by now. Eritrean intervened and TDF's plan did not work. I think they'll intervene once again. If TDF makes strategic gains and TDF starts moving towards Addis Ababa Addis Ababa is it's in real danger, then we could see Eritrean forces intervene. Right now, Ethiopian government believes it's in control of the situation. That is why Eritreans are there, waiting. They have done their deployments along border areas. They'll intervene, I think, if Addis Ababa is in danger. Jim Toronto says, Eritreans are in full scale in Afar. Yes, they are in Afar. We're not talking about Afar. We're talking about their intervention from the north, from Zalambasa, from Badme. We are talking about Eritrean intervention from the north towards Mekele, towards Aksom, Shire, Adwa. Yes, they are in Afar. They are in Amhara too. But it's not a large-scale offensive on Tigray. Will they do it or not? That is what we're discussing. There are investments in Tigray too, in Amhara. We know that. Wonder Woman says, why would it collapse? Weren't you telling us about its gains? Yes, I was telling you about its gains. I was telling you about its gains on one front or two fronts. On Gashina front, on Ibnath Amdevak front. What about overall situation? We're discussing overall situation in Amhara. Can we say that ENDF is collapsing? Or we can say it's gaining on one front, losing on the other. That is the question. Dr. Nafsi has made an important comment, says, don't forget OLA. Yes. In present circumstances, in current situation, OLA has become very important. People might not agree with me, but I see the signs of OLA getting close to TDF. OLA is trying to get close to South Wallo. If Dessie and Kambolcha fall, we could see OLA playing a major role in collaborating with TDF to put Amhara region under siege. It's a big claim, but it can happen. Fighting is already going on in Amhara region between OLA and Amhara militias. Amhara militias are trying to stop OLA from entering Amhara region. We could see OLA playing a key role in coming days. Who is funding OLA? Uniforms, weapons, food? Yes, who is funding? People accuse PM Abiy that he is funding OLA. I don't think so. Well, people of Oromia are funding him, funding OLA. Diaspora is also involved in funding. And the areas where they're in control of, their people donate money by force or willingly, whatever you say. But people donate money, donate grains, donate food to OLA. I shared a video, if you remember, of some OLA fighters who were in the midst of some locals who were giving money to these people. To these OLA fighters. So OLA does receive food, money from locals and from abroad as well. I don't think that PM Abiy, Prosperity Party are funding OLA. Sorry. Sajid, can you confirm that Gashina is... let's talk about Gashina, viewers. Gashina has changed hand several times in the past. Hi Heftom, hi Tikim. Strategic place. Gashina, if you lose Gashina, it means that Lalibela could be in danger. Waldia could be in danger as well. Ethiopian National Defense Force, reportedly, they managed to enter Gashina. but they are finding it difficult to remain in control of Gashina. I cannot confirm now that Gashina is under TDF or ENDF. We are receiving conflicting claims from both sides. This is the only front where TDF has suffered some losses on Gashina front, and a little bit on Amdework front as well. But Gashina is still contested because to the west, to the north, and to the south, in three directions, fighting is being reported. To the west, towards Filakat, to the north, towards Dabeka Mountains, and towards and to the south in Delanga, in Wadla, fighting is being reported. That is why I personally see Gashina as contested. Maybe in coming days we'll be able to say for sure. But since we haven't seen any advance from ENDF towards Lalibela or towards Voldia from Gashina, that is why it seems that ENDF is not in full control of this place, Gashina. Relaxation heaven, this war will not be short as TPLF claims. What is the consequence of will this war be short? Yes, when Sadkan said it was a matter of days or weeks, it was a bit surprising for me. I thought it means that TDF has something big planned in the pipeline. That is why they're saying that it's going to end in days or weeks. Personally, assessing both the sides, I don't see this war coming to an end in a few days. I don't see. It can only happen if we see some huge and significant gains. TDF is repelling this new offensive on some fronts. TDF is trying to move towards Afar. Let's answer the topic as well. Is ENDF collapsing? TDF is repelling this offensive on Vuldia front. We have confirmed that on Vuldia front, despite several attempts, ENDF, Amhara forces, they could not advance towards Vuldia. Vuldia is very much secure, and TDF is pushing battlefronts from Marsa towards Dessie, towards Shifra. Today we saw pictures of TDF fighters from Shifra. So TDF has managed to push battlefronts from Marsa back towards South Wallo, back towards Afar. On this front, ENDF's offensive is not working. It is definitely collapsing on this front. Having said that, what will TDF do even if it entered Afar? TDF was in control of 4 Waradas in Afar: Eva, Ora, Gulina, Yellow. What happened after that? Despite being in control of 4 Waradas, TDF could not move towards Ethiopia-Djibouti road. So even if TDF is in Afar, it does not mean that ENDF has suffered irreparable losses. No, it can bounce back on this front because TDF will not move towards Djibouti-Ethiopia road, in my view. From Shifra, Djibouti-Ethiopia road is far away. Terrain is flat, very vulnerable to airstrikes. TDF will not move from Shifra towards that road. If it starts moving, it will be vulnerable to airstrikes and drone strikes. It can move towards Dessie, towards Kambolcha. If these two places fall, and OLA joined from Oromia Special Zone, then we could see Amhara region under siege. So ENDF is partly collapsing on Waldia front, but it's not collapsing on Gashina front so far. It's not collapsing on Amdeberg front so far. There it has made some gains. If you see Waldia as the most important target of Ethiopian National Defense Force, then we can say that so far ENDF's offensive has not worked, but it's not all over, viewers. If you remember a few weeks ago, TDF was about to reach Debre Tabor. It was about to cut off Gondar-Bahida road. What happened after that? TDF had to retreat 140 kilometers from Debre Tabor to Gashina. We could see ENDF launching offensive after offensive. They have lots of weaponry. They have lots of new recruits. This war will go on. I don't agree with Sadkan that it's a matter of days. Every question need answers has sent so many comments. We 90 million Ethiopians want TDF only. The Amhara hate them. Don't generalize. I don't like when you people say Amharas don't like TDF. Tigrayans don't like Amharas. No, there are good and bad people in all ethnic groups. Not all. Who is Gata Choreda? Is he Tigrayan? I think he is an Amhara. Then people in ENDF, top channels, who are they? The Oromos as well. What about Bacha Dable? I think he is an Oromo. So we should not just say that this war is between Amhara and Tigray. No, this war is between TPLF, which remained in power for more than 2 decades, and other political actors. Other political actors who are from different ethnic groups. They can be Oromos, they can be Amharas, they can be Somalis. It does not mean that they are that this is fighting between Amharas and Tigrays. People are saying Geta Choreda isn't Amhara. Well, I don't have this confirmation honestly, but what I have heard is that he is not a Tigrayan. Maybe I don't have the correct information. Is there any chance of ENDF getting to Waldia? Well, Waldia is very much secure. Waldia is very much secure. From 3 sides, ENDF launched offensive on Waldia. From Ambasal to the west, from Habro, Shefra, Ivaboroda to the east, and from Marsa to the south. And all 3 directions, ENDF could not advance. ENDF suffered losses in Ambasal, it suffered losses near Marsa, and of course in Afar as well, on Afar Amhara border. So Waldia is very much secure, viewers, and there is no likelihood of ENDF taking Waldia in coming hours or coming days even. this war is against the people of Tigray. Again, I would disagree. I would humbly disagree. This war is not against the people of Tigray. Yes, they are caught in the crossfire. War is between TPLF and Prosperity Party. Uh, Political battle. It has turned into an ethnic and civil war. If I start saying that this war is between people of Tigray and people of Ethiopia, it would lead to further hatred, viewers. This channel is watched by millions of people. My monthly views are in millions. I do not want to spread a message of hate from this platform, viewers. I would never say that this war is between Tigray and Amhara, between people of Tigray and people of Ethiopia. And reality is also that it's not between people of Tigray and people of Amhara. People are suffering on both sides. What's happening in Amhara region, in Afar? Thousands, tens of thousands have been displaced there as well. And those displaced are in very poor living conditions. Shortage of medical supplies as well. They are starting to suffer. So if people of Tigray are suffering, gradually the suffering is entering Amhara and Afar too. People should call for peace. Common men, women in Tigray, in Amhara, in Oromia, they should call for peace. They should not say that we are being targeted because we are Tigrayans, we are Amharas. Because it will lead to further hatred and you will never see a solution. Solution can only be found by promoting harmony, by promoting love. Yes, there are some die-hard people who are spreading hate, but we should not be part of that group. How long will it take for TDF to capture Dessie? Yes. The problem, viewers, is that it's always difficult to capture cities without civilian casualties. Dessie would be within artillery strikes of TDF, I think within the next 2 to 3 days. It might be within this range now. I think now TDF can hit Dessie. But problem is that if TDF starts carrying out artillery strikes on Dessie, it could lead to huge number of civilian casualties. People will turn against TDF. So TDF will have to take Dessie peacefully. Your question should be, how long will TDF take to capture Dessie peacefully? If TDF starts artillery strikes and other types of rocket firing on Dessie, Dessie can fall. But it would lead to a backlash from Dessie city, the people of Dessie. TDF will try to take control of Dessie peacefully. It will take some time. There is presence of large number of IDPs in Dessie as well. How to ensure that no large scale civilian casualties happen in Dessie? That's a challenge for TDF. I think ideally they would like to lay siege to Dessie. From Marsa, from Shefra, Kambolcha, from Kambolcha side, they would like to lay siege to Dessie. They would like Amhara ENDF forces to withdraw from Dessie. Then they will get in touch with the locals and they'll try to peacefully enter Dessie. It will take some time. But they're moving towards Dessie. We have no confirmation that they are now close to Hayek. To the east of Vichale, Vargasa, there is TDF position. Even Amhara news sources, they have confirmed that Vichale, Vargasa, they have been hit with artillery strikes. So TDF is somewhere close to Hayek, I think. TPLF is nowhere near Dessie. I told you about Hayek. Seeing the momentum, what do you think the outcome of this war will be? It's very difficult. What will be the outcome of this war? It's a very difficult question to answer, viewers. So, TPLF is planning something big. If you have seen Sadkan's statement, he said, this new phase of fighting will lead to diplomatic, military, and political changes. What does he mean by that? Of course, he means to say that Abiy will be gone. Military will be crushed. A new power will emerge in Ethiopia. TPLF is planning something big. It wants to rule Ethiopia once again. No doubt about that. On the other hand, ENDF and regional governments, they have also made up their mind. They won't let TPLF come close to Addis Ababa. Again, political battle. It's a political battle between political players in Ethiopia. It's difficult to say what will happen honestly, though I have been covering this war for almost 9 months, for 10 months. But you see that every day you see new developments. One side has advantage today, tomorrow it will lose the advantage. We have been seeing that. You see that cities, towns, they change hands overnight. So it's very difficult, honestly, to make a prophecy or to analyze the outcome of this war. Heftom is saying, Sajid, TPLF has no intention of ruling Ethiopia again. I don't agree with you. I don't agree with you. TPLF has intention of ruling Ethiopia again. Why wouldn't it not have this intention? Everyone wants power, viewers. Everyone. Sajid, who is winning now? No one is winning. Everyone is losing. People of Tigray, people of Ethiopia are losing. Ethiopia as a country is losing. Only thing we can say is that TDF has advantage on Valdia, Dessie fronts. ENDF is suffering losses here. ENDF is partly collapsing on this front. I never use the word win. I don't like this word when it comes to covering a war, covering a conflict. Because no one ever wins in a war. Everyone always loses in a war. In the long run, when you see what happened in a war, you realize that it was a mistake, it was a blunder which led to so much suffering. Geta Choreda is saying Abiy has 2 weeks. Yeah, they are saying that. Sadkan, Geta Choreda, they are making this claim. But Geta Choreda was saying the same about Gondar a few weeks ago, if you remember. He was saying we are close to Gondar. Then you saw what happened. What TDF wants. Yes. What TDF wants and what TPLF wants. Right now, TDF wants a corridor. Tigray is under siege. No aid is arriving in Tigray. They want a corridor. Why? Whether Tigray wants to be independent or whether it wants to remain part of Ethiopia, it needs corridor to be not dependent on Ethiopian government. Right now, Tigray is relying on Ethiopian government, on Eritrea, on Afar, Amhara, because on all sides it's under siege. TDF needs a corridor. It will keep on happening, it will keep on fighting until it has a corridor with Sudan. What does TPLF want? TPLF wants Addis Ababa. TPLF wants to be at the center once again. Again, Tigray supporters. My apologies, viewers. Some network problem. I think it has been fixed now. How hard is for TDF to reach Addis Ababa? Very hard, very difficult. Why? Because all other political actors are against Tigray Defense Force. You would see bloodshed if TDF starts moving to Addis Ababa. Don't expect Amhara forces, Oromia special forces to give in easily. They see this as a war for their political survival. They do not want TPLF to reach Addis Ababa. They're not afraid of TDF. They are against TPLF. They don't want TPLF to get to Addis Ababa once again. So that is why it's not going to be easy for TDF to reach Addis Ababa. Eritrea is also there. We should not forget Eritrea. Eritrea is also there. Between conflict between Amhara militias and ENDF, we have been hearing some rumors that there was fighting in one or two places, but so far no likelihood of any large-scale confrontation between ENDF and Amhara militias. Their interests are the same, their enemy is the same. Why would they go for infighting? What will OLA and TDF alliance in ground change? It could be a game changer, because if OLA, TDF, they make alliance on the ground, Amhara region could be under siege. Amhara region could be under siege. See, from Tigray side, Amhara region is already under TDF. On a far side, there is TDF. If on Oromia side, OLA comes, it means that Amhara region would be under siege. And in BG, we know that there is BLF, National Liberation Front, which is also an ally of TDF. So OLA's role is very crucial in my view. In coming days, if OLA, TDF join hands on the ground, Amhara region will be under pressure as a whole. Sajid, can you give us your reason why you're saying TPLF will rule Ethiopia again? Why wouldn't they rule Ethiopia again? Why wouldn't they want to rule Ethiopia again? They have been ruling Ethiopia in the past. Why would they not do it in future again? Political parties want power. Politicians want power. They are in Tigray now. Why wouldn't they want to be in Addis Ababa? Tell me the reason behind that. Sajid, can you do call in where questions can come in? Uh, okay, I'll try to figure out how to do it. I don't know much about these technical things, honestly, how to arrange these call and answer sessions. Are the drones making any difference? Yes, important questions. Much talked drones making any difference? So far, no considerable difference. Having said that, do we know which types of drones are being used by Ethiopian government? No. On which fronts? Honestly, no. So it's a bit difficult to predict about the outcome of drone power held by Ethiopian government. Unless, I mean, we don't have a confirmation about the types of drones, the specification of those drones. Until and unless we have complete picture, it's a bit difficult to say for sure about the role of drones in the ongoing fighting. And Ethiopia is still in the process of getting more drones, as we saw a story a few days ago that Ethiopia was due to receive drones from Turkey as well. And secondly, viewers, drones need operators too. If Turkey changed the entire battlefield dynamics in Libya, in Syria, in Azerbaijan, it was because Turkish operators of drones were also on the ground. Turkish drones flown by Turkish operators. And Turkish forces were on ground too in Libya and Syria. So we actually don't know which types of drones have been purchased by the Ethiopian government, who is flying those drones, what is their specification. Several things are not clear. Jilka Sajid, can 5 million Tigrayan defeat 100 million Ethiopian forever? Does the TPLF have a vision? Again, I won't say that it's between 5 million Tigrayans and 95 million Ethiopians. No, this war is not between Tigrayans and non-Tigrayans. The war is between political players in Ethiopia who are trying to make this war an ethnic war, which we should not back. The war was between political groups in Ethiopia. Not all ethnic groups are backing Ethiopian government. If Oromia Special Forces, Oromia Regional Forces are fighting in Amhara, can we say that entire Oromia is fighting Tigrayans? No, we can't say that. If Mustafa of Somali region has sent some forces to Amhara, can we say that entire Somali region is fighting Tigray? No, we cannot say that. The war is between forces, between fighters, between recruits, not common people in Tigray and in other parts of Ethiopia. So it's not that 5 million Tigrayans versus 95 million Ethiopians. It's not like that. Did TDF channels make any difference? They are on the ground. The thing which I find significant about TDF journals is that they are on the ground. Sadkan, an old man, on the ground. Varede, Migbe, Johannes, all of them are fighting on the ground. Dinkel on Raya front, he was leading. So TDF journals are not fighting sitting in drawing rooms. They are with their people on the ground. And they have huge experience. They have run institutions, they have led armies, they have led corps, commands. They have vast experience. Having said that, it's not that all ENDF journals are inexperienced. No, they have some experienced channels too. But in terms of experience, yes, TDF has more experienced channels. Someone is commenting about Gata Choreda. Now, you people cannot agree. Some are saying that he is Tigrayan, others are saying that he is Amhara. So let's just leave this topic. TMU Lex Tube says hello, hello. What is the probability of TPLF? Can can TDF take Dessie? Yes, it can take Dessie, but as I said earlier, how to take Dessie peacefully is the problem. How to take Dessie peacefully is the problem. It can launch artillery strikes on Dessie. ENDF, Amhara forces, they might not be in a position to hold on to Dessie. But TDF won't do that. It will try to take Dessie peacefully. It will take some time. Tigrayan businesses have been shut down in Addis Ababa. Yes, it has been done. Tigrayan businesses, they have been shut down. They have been targeted. International community has condemned this move. One of the biggest mistakes that Ethiopian government made is that it made this war Tigray versus Ethiopia. Some elements in Ethiopian government, they have made this war Tigray versus Ethiopia. And that's their biggest mistake, I think. So by making this war Tigray versus Ethiopia, they are pushing all Tigrayans to back TDF. So I think it was a very stupid strategy to just make this war Tigray versus Ethiopia. And that is why they are facing the consequences of this strategy. Someone says, Getachew from Sidama. Well, I can assure you, Getachew is not from Pakistan. I am from Pakistan. Good, 45 minutes have passed. Now let's wrap up this live chat session. Thank you for joining. Topic was, is ENDF collapsing? It is collapsing partially on Dessie Wuldia fronts. Wuldia is very much safe. ENDF's repeated attempts to advance towards Wuldia have failed. ENDF has made some gains close to Gashina in Amdevak and from Abnath side. Overall, we can say so far this ENDF offensive is not working. We are being told that TDF would be pushed out of Amhara region. that Mekele would come under ENDF control once this new offensive started. It's not happening. It's not happening. In fact, TDF is moving towards a far border, towards Dessie, towards Kambolcha. That is why this new ENDF offensive, it has definitely suffered some setbacks. Lastly, viewers, a message of peace. I love all of you, Tigrayans, Amharas, Oromos, Somalis, all of you. I love all of you. We should spread message of love, message of peace for all Ethiopians. Thank you for watching. See you in the next live chat session on next Saturday. Thank you. Bye bye.